Hello everyone and welcome back to Beads Make Me Happy. My name is Christina and in this video we will be making one of these super cute sliding chain bracelets. This kit currently comes in 4 different colorways. Each kit comes with enough supplies to make 3 bracelets and you can find them for sale on our website beadsmakemehappy.com. I'm going to be using the antique brass kit and showing how to create one bracelet with a sliding clasp. This bracelet is easy to make and even easier to put on by yourself. In this kit, you will find 3 pieces of rope chain. Each piece is cut at 10 inches per bracelet. 3 tube-shaped sliding clasps with silicone centers, size 6 Miyuki round seed beads. These seed beads have a really nice large hole. 2mm crimp tubes. These are going to hold our beads in place. 4mm crimp covers. Crimp covers are these little guys that look like Pac-Man mouths. These will cover our crimp beads and make them look like another bead. You'll also have a bag of little end caps with loops on the ends. This is going to cap off the end of the chain and provide a place for us to attach our bobbles using these head pins. The head pins will also come with some little accent beads so that we can make these cute little bobbles on the end. You will also receive 1 tube of E6000 glue to help us secure those end caps to the chain. Tools are not included in our kits. You will need a pair of round nose pliers, a pair of needle nose pliers, and a pair of wire cutters to complete this project. I also recommend a soft bead mat or fabric to work on so your beads don't roll away. If you are doing one of our kits that have a bead mix, like the one I'm using in this project, start off by picking 2 beads that you want to use at the bobbles at the end and put them aside. Next, start stringing the beads onto the chain. When using a bead mix, try not to overthink what bead you're picking up next. Just string them on randomly. I used 26 beads to go across the top of my wrist. The best beads to use for this project are size 6 Miyuki seed beads or size 6 Toho seed beads. This beading chain is on the thicker side and these brands tend to have larger holes. Size 6 check glass seed beads do not work on this specific style of chain. Go ahead and hit pause and come back when you've strung on 26 seed beads. Now that you've got all your beads on, we need to crimp them in place. String 1 crimp bead on each side of the chain. Line up the ends of the chain and position the beads so that they are even on both sides. Lay the bracelet down on the mat in a curved position. You're going to crimp this bracelet while it's flat on the mat in a curved wrist-like shape so that it doesn't end up all stiff and weird from tightening it too tight. Grab your needle nose pliers and gently smash 1 crimp bead between the pliers, and then go to the other one and give that one a smash as well. You're going to pick this up and you're going to go back to that first one and you are going to give these crimp beads a really good squeeze. My hands are not the strongest anymore, so I grab it really, really hard and smash it with both of my hands. This is metal on metal. This is not like beading wire, and the crimp really needs to clamp down on this thick metal chain in order to stay put and keep your beads in place. Up next, we are going to cover these crimp beads with crimp covers. I am not going to sugarcoat this part for you. This really sucks. Crimp covers are an amazing beading tool, but they are notoriously annoying and difficult to use. Just remember to go slow and rest assured that I put some extra crimp covers in this kit for you just in case. Crimp covers are these little guys that look like open little Pac-Man mouths. We are going to eat that crimp bead and stick it in the Pac-Man mouth. Using your thumb and pointer finger, position that crimp cover so that you can very clearly see the open part. I'm really holding it tight against my finger so that it does not move when I clamp it. I am holding both ends of the chain down so it's tight and out of the way. Go in with your needle nose plier and gently give this crimp cover a squeeze. Do not try and close this in one squeeze. It's going to be many gentle squeezes as you slowly close it more and more. You will have to move your plier around the crimp cover to encourage it to close evenly and flush. It's going to want to be crooked, so you have to tell it not to by making sure that your pliers are closing it in the right direction. Once you've got that crimp cover closed and molded into a pretty enough ball shape, move on to the other side and repeat with another crimp cover. If something goes wrong when you're trying to add these crimp covers and it's just not working out for you, you can pry it off using 2 pliers and give it another go. I added some extras in there just in case that happens. I have been beading for 15 years and I still mess these up. Up next, we're going to add the sliding clasp. Stick one end of the chain into the slide tube and pull it through. Next, slide the other end of the chain into the opposite end of the slide tube and pull it through. You should be able to slide the bracelet open and pull it back closed again. Now we are going to create the little bobbles at the end. Grab a head pin and string on one of the tiny accent beads. This little accent bead will keep the size 6 bead from falling right off the head pin because it has such a large hole. You can string one more accent bead on top of this size 6 bead as well. Next, create a wire-wrapped loop above these beads. Grab your round nose plier and pinch right above the bead as close to the tip of your pliers as you can so we have a nice small hole. Push the wire away from you at a 90-degree angle. Rotate your plier so you're pinching right inside that 90 degree and roll your wire back around the top of the plier until it's touching the beads. Stick the bottom piece of your plier into the loop and wrap the wire across the front. Now we're going to slide this onto one of the end caps. Slide the loop onto the wire and push it into the loop that we just created. Using your needle nose plier, grab on to the wire loop, not the end cap loop, just the wire loop, and hold it in place. Next, wrap that wire 3 times as tight as you can around the little bit of wire above the beads. Try not to let the wire cross over itself and coil each wrap right next to the other. Once you've got that wrapped up, use your wire cutters to trim as close to the beads as possible. You can also use your needle nose plier to very gently tuck in that little spur of wire that may still be left over. Just be careful not to crack your accent bead. Go ahead and repeat these steps and create your second bobble. Next up, we're going to glue the end caps onto the bracelet. Open up the E6000 glue and dab the end of the chain into a little bit of glue. No need to squeeze it, just let gravity do its thing. Slide the end cap onto the end of the chain. Wipe away any excess glue. Now you're going to go in with your needle nose plier and give this end cap a tight squeeze. I start at the base of the cap and work my way up. Make sure this is nice and tight over the chain. Keep squeezing it from the bottom to the top until you feel like it's got a nice secure clamp. Go ahead and repeat this step on the other side and attach the other end cap. Give this bracelet a few hours to dry and let the glue fully set before enjoying your sliding chain bracelet. This bracelet is really easy to put on by yourself. Just slide it open and put it on your wrist. Hold on to the one end of the chain with the hand that the bracelet is on and gently pull the other end of the chain with the other hand and it'll slide closed. Thank you so much for making bracelets with me. Please subscribe to our channel. You can shop our collection of DIY kits, jewelry making supplies, and seed beads at beadsmakemehappy.com.